Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia and welcome back to the Overwatch League Roundup. Win conditions, Los Angeles Valiant edition. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the most interesting teams from Stage 3, the Los Angeles Valiant. Made some crucial signings of like McGravy and Fact Fiction, and it really has turned the tides of the Valiant season. They were torrid in the first half of the season, let's be honest, but in Stage 3 they really marched on, getting to the stage playoffs on a 5-2 record. That was a really good stage from the Valiant, and it's propelled them up the league. Because they were down with the Florida Mayhem and the Washington Justice, but now they're right in the mix with the likes of the Guangzhou Charge and the Houston Outlaws and the Chengdu Hunters. Play-ins are definitely within reach. So, what do Valiant have to do to get there? Well, taking a look at Valiant's stage, it's actually looking pretty promising. If Valiant can maintain the form they showed in Stage 3, now bearing in mind the meta change, they should actually quite easily get to the play-ins. And I mean this, quite easily. So, the week 1, they will play the Paris Eternal. So, Paris Eternal, we might see an uptake from Paris with Soon on DPS and stuff like that, and Shadow Burn. But I don't think they're better than the Valiant. I think Valiant's coordination right now is top tier. Absolutely top tier. With some of the best teams in the league. Yes, and I think it's carrying perhaps some of their mechanical downfalls compared to other teams. Whereas the likes of the Paris Eternal, I don't think the coordination's quite there, although they've got quite good mechanical players overall. So, I think Valiant can win that one, and they can win that one quite easily. Move on to week 2. They played a Seoul Dynasty. Well, actually, yes, the Seoul Dynasty is not an easy task, but it's definitely winnable. It's definitely winnable for the current Valiant. And I don't know. The problem is it's terribly difficult to predict a Seoul match, because Seoul are a team that can pop off or they can really, really look bad. So this is another really winnable game for Valiant. And then they take on the Dallas Fuel. Well, I would expect the Valiant at this point to beat the Dallas Fuel. I don't think the Dallas Fuel are on the level that the Valiant are at now, even though the Valiant are below the Dallas Fuel in the standings. So, if it goes the way I think it might go, you're looking at Valiant by week 2. They're on a 3-0 record. That is already looking fantastic for their play-in potential. Go into week 3, and they have to play the worst team in the league, Florida Mayhem. Yep, you are getting that tag, Florida Mayhem, and I think it might be sticking with you until the end of the season. If Valiant don't beat the Florida Mayhem, they don't deserve to be in the play-ins. I'm gonna be brutal. You don't deserve to be there if you can't beat the bottom team in the league. So, that should be the easiest of easiest wins for the Valiant. Week 4, they will play the Boston Uprising. Again, another hilariously winnable game. So, Boston will be a tougher prospect because you never know what Boston are going to come out with. But, this is really winnable for the Valiant. And then, if they can win those games that are, like, on paper winnable for the Valiant right now, you're looking, by week 4, they are 5-0. 5-0. I think they will be in the play-ins if they get that record. I think they'll already be sealed before week 5. But week 5 is the LA Valiant homestand, the Kit Kat rivalry weekend. Here, we will get the LA Derby. It will be the Los Angeles Gladiators. Now, this could be interesting, because considering it's a Valiant homestand, I don't know what the crowd will be like in terms of split between Gladiators and Valiant. There were quite a lot of Houston fans at the Dallas homestand. So, this could be this is going to be, like, so tasty. It's going to be... The atmosphere is going to be incredible for this game. Really awesome. But, I don't know which way that one will go. It really could go either way. It depends where the Gladiators are at, I think, at that point. Because I think Valiant could already be sealed in the play-ins at this point. So, it's winnable. It's winnable, but it's a difficult one to call. Very difficult one to call, that one. And then the second game will be the California Cup. It will be the San Francisco Shock taking on the Valiant. Again, I would expect Shurk to be sealed into the playoffs at this point. Also, I would think that Valiant would hopefully be in the play-ins at this point. If they are not sealed in the play-ins at this point, I would worry for the Valiant, because they've dropped a game somewhere which they shouldn't have dropped. So, if I was a Valiant fan, I would be looking to have a play-in spot sealed before your homestand. Yes, they will have the crowd behind them, and that will make a difference at the homestand. But I think, to be safe, because you are playing two very difficult teams, let's not take that away from them at the homestand. I think the aim here for the Valiant is to have a play-in spot sealed before they go to the homestand. Get that 5-0 on the board, because that should almost definitely seal you a playoff. And if it doesn't, I will be astonished, because some of the other teams have done something incredible. So, there we go. The Valiant are looking in an incredible position right now. After a really good Stage 3, they've got a really good schedule for Stage 4, despite having the Gladiators and the San Francisco Shock to play. And if you go 5-2, you're looking at a record that's 13-15. That, I think, will see you into the playoffs, into the play-ins, sorry. So, and also, something else to mention, your differentials on your side as well. You've got the best differential at the bottom of the league, apart from Atlanta Reign. So, things are looking good for the Valiant, and I think it's entirely possible, if they get to those play-ins, that they could upset one of the teams that don't make it into the playoffs, like the Fusion, like, say, the Soul Dynasty. I think the Valiant, on current form, could beat the Fusion and the Dynasty. They're just too far away from them right now to make up the ground. But they will play them in the play-ins, right? I think they have the caliber and the coordination to beat those teams. So we honestly could see the Valiant at playoffs. It is by no means out of the question. I am interested to see what the Valiant do. They could really be a surprise package in the play-ins and the playoffs, if they can make it. But, looking at their schedule, it does look favourable. But, those were your win conditions for the Los Angeles Valiant. Next up will be another resurgent team, the Houston Outlaws. Part of the same organisation, nonetheless. Need we forget that one. But, it's been a torrid season for the Houston Outlaws. And, maybe they can have a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But, for now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you in the next video. See you then.